Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Back to the Basics. My name is Chris FRYER. Happy to be here with you this Saturday morning. You can see I'm still trying to get my green charts fired up here. My apologies for the little delay. Good morning, good morning. Good to see some familiar faces here and a few new ones. Oh, yes. Okay, let's get this kicked off the right way.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange and futures trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission. Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing.
Why does it always do this? There we go. Now, friends and family, if you have friends and family that are interested in what you're doing, have them check out what you're doing for $10, and they'll get the full 30-day access to the indicators and for a free coaching session. Their $10 is going to be donated to Sub for Santa, and they are encouraged to donate above that if they want, because it's going to a good cause. Upgrading now, whether you're in coaching or just wanting to start coaching, now is the time to do that. You can receive either a credit off or extra coaching for each one of those packages. Plus, you can get a free ticket to our next company trading event. The next one is going to be the 11th seasonal trading with Coach Troy, and the next one after that is new trading tech for 2021 to show you what's coming out for the next year. For a limited time, upgrade before December 27th and receive all the events for the year. This is a big one, guys. If you upgrade this month before the 20th, you get to have a free ticket to every event for the upcoming year. That's a lot. Platinum, if you go to Platinum, you're not just going to get another year, but you're going to get lifetime access to all of it, events included. This is awesome. I've never seen one this awesome before. All right, we've gone past that one. Trader Tax Pros. You guys can scan this to get on their schedule. A few common mistakes that are made. There's a lot of stuff that we can leave on the table or forget about taking care of until last minute. At least take advantage of the 20-minute consultation and make sure you guys know what you need to set up, how you need to set it up, and what you need to prepare for next year's tax season before it gets there. Hayden's the person you're going to talk to for that consultation. He's very knowledgeable. If you have any questions, please ask him there. Coach Dale's Overnight Impact Trade, aka the On It. This is Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. This one does have a recurring subscription fee of $100 that's due the day of your sign up and will be charged on the same day every month. Excuse me. If you'd like to register for this, please send an email to rachel@mytradesupport.com stating that you'd like to be on the On It and authorize the monthly charge. If you've completed your 6 weeks of required trading and feel ready to go live, please select Request to go live under the Support tab in Trading University. This will allow you to complete a form requesting a real money review. The account will generally be funded within 2 weeks from when you, the member, provide the needed info. You'll receive a go live email and mentorship funding contract from DocuSign that must be returned to be funded. You also need to be paying your monthly membership fees. Coaching program has to be paid in full, receipt signed. The curriculum needs to be completed, and the trading courses in Trading University need to be completed as well. Last but not least, if you'd like to become a partner with us, or at least know more about becoming a partner with us, contact Sean or Trent. Text them your name, best time to call, and they will give you all of the information you need on that. Okay, all done. No, not COVID, just early morning, knocking the junk out of my lungs. All right, guys, so we're doing a little bit different basic thing today. I do have something awesome that I want to show you guys. So I'll just go ahead and pull it up to kind of show you what I'm talking about. Everybody's always asking, how can we use some, or what can we do to confirm the caveman a little bit more? Well, I think this is how we confirm the caveman a little bit more. We're going to combine the two together. But before we go this route, we're going to go back to some more basic things. Can't always be advanced here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a web page. And we're going to head on over to CoinEx's website. Yes, I know I haven't logged in forever. All right, once you guys are logged in here, the reason I want to walk through this, if you guys ever have to reinstall, yes, it could, Scott. If you guys ever have to reinstall MetaTrader 4, now the reason I don't say CoinEx, the reason I say MetaTrader 4, maybe you guys are live, you've got your own account with another company, and it's been so long since you've reinstalled reinstalled MetaTrader 4, you can't remember how to get it back to looking the way you like it. Or maybe you don't know how to make a demo account. Maybe your coach walked you through it every time, so you just don't know how to make a new one. I want to make sure you guys know this, because if you ever get a new computer, if you ever download a new version of MetaTrader 4, you're going to have to go through all these things. And if it's either been too long or your coach did it all for you and you never had to go through the basics of it, I want you guys to have that knowledge here. So from here, I'm going to show you two things. One, if we ever have to update our platform, update CoinEx, it's going to be right over here under download platform. And you just pick whichever one fits what you're looking for. I would recommend not using the web trader. It's not as nice to us. It's got a few quirks, and it's not the same ins and outs that we're used to. It's close, but it's not quite there. So whichever version you need to grab for your computer is right there. Follow the steps to download it and install it. Once you have that, you can start up a demo account and hit create account. Leverage, if you want to match what the company's accounts look like, is always 200x. Currency is USD. And then, depending on where you are, dictates how much you put in here. If you still haven't ever had a live account before, if you're still going through coaching, I recommend under 5,000 in this account. Practice with a little bit of money so you can get the hang of trading without a lot of weight in the account. If you can trade with no weight in the account, you can trade with weight in the account, not the other way around. So let's say 2,500. There we go. And then you hit new trader or new MetaTrader demo account. It's going to generate a password and an account number for you. These are also emailed to you, but if you need to, you can take a screenshot, leave it pulled up, whatever you want to do. I have no idea where this is going to open, so give me one sec, guys. I got to hide you. Oh, it's going to have an issue. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's on the right screen, so I think we're okay. Oh, it's taking its time connecting now. Yes, ECN is correct, Edward. Oh no, that's not right. No, every once in a while, CoinEx oh, see there, wrong screen. Every once in a while, CoinEx is actually, it'll like update in the background kind of thing. And no, Doug, we're not. Which is why I'm doing this. Hang on, guys. Every once in a while, CoinEx will, if you close it down and open it again, it takes a couple of times to kind of reactivate. It's like it updated itself in the background and it just needs a moment. Kind of like I do to focus on logging this account in for some reason. There we go. Once you've got yourself logged in over here, or not logged in, once you've got that created, you can actually come right down here and you can right click on accounts and log into trade account. That brings up this window and you can put this information right here just by copying and pasting. Crazy passwords. Make sure it says demo. If you're logging into a live account, make sure it says live right there. Log it in. Wait for the jingle. Make sure that it's
incoming mail
already. Also, if you guys didn't know this, if you go to the mailbox down here in your terminal, you'll have a registration email that comes in every time you log into an account. That registration email contains your username or login information and password. So this is another place you can get it if you've lost things, as long as you don't delete these. And you can have as many accounts as you want. Like now, I've got another one. Let's see. Now it's going to throw me all off, because the one that I normally trade in is this one with you guys, which we're doing great. By the way, all of our stuff closed. We did get a dinger there on that Euro Aussie and that. And we got the positive side of that one with 20 cents. Woo! But the other one failed on us miserably. We did get our Euro Yen that finally went up. You guys probably got more out of that than I did because I wasn't moving it. That did pretty well this week. Hey, no worries. I've actually had a lot of people asking on questions around how to create new demo accounts, how to reset up CoinEx and all that. So that's why I'm doing this today, guys. I'm bringing it way back to the basics here. Once you're done with this, you can close it, you can leave the website, whatever you want to do. Once you're logged in, that's good to go. Now, if you just downloaded the platform, you can still log in just like that, no worries. But if you just downloaded the platform, it probably does not look like this. First thing you want to do, if it has a small list over here in Market Watch, right click, show all. Oops, sorry, show all. You want to do show all there. That'll give you the whole list. The next thing we want to do is we want to see the spread. That's this column with the exclamation point on top. So right click again, check spread. And we have all that. Then we want to go right click on whatever currency is up. Also, if you get a window that says waiting for update, just go ahead and close that. So if you have to redo this on the new computer, nothing comes with it. You have to re-log into all your accounts, and you more than likely will have to reset the properties on this window so that it looks like this. Most of the time it actually looks like a green, it's all green. Let me show you rather than trying to explain it. It looks like this, but they're all green instead of green and red. That's normally what it looks like when you first start up. In some cases, you get a random default that actually looks like this. The hard part when you get a new computer is green charts. None of your charts will come with you. So you have to snag your data folder, and I can show you guys where that is too. For right now, right click on whatever chart you have pulled up, go to properties. Under colors, go ahead and just take a screenshot of that. If you want the grid a different color, you can. That's this blue line right here. That's the bid line. You can have it whatever color you want. It's the grid line that actually colors that. So you can make it stand out. You can make it whatever color you want. But the rest of these need to look like this. And then the other one that you can change is the ask line. If you want to make this another color, you can as well. About coral. But everything else needs to be the same. Unless you're colorblind. If you're colorblind, go ahead and pick whatever color you can see. To make sure you know which one's up, which one's down. That's all we have to know. Okay, so over to common once you've got your colors like this. Chart on foreground. You can leave the chart shift unchecked. That'll actually make your chart start offset from the right. Leave the auto scroll. Don't worry about this. Candlesticks, if it's not selected. You can take off open high, low, close. Show the ask line. I like to keep the period separators on. That shows us when the day ends and the new one starts. Volumes are this little picket fence down here at the bottom. If you don't want those, you don't have to. And if grid is checked, uncheck it. That's your horizontal grid lines. If you want those out of there so you can see better, get rid of those. Then hit OK. Everything should look like this now. Now, once you've gotten to here, you got to right click on it again and go to template. Then save a template. I name mine basic. You can put your name on it. You can put whatever you want on it, just so that you know that's the one that you need to select from the list. Hit save. I'm replacing mine because I changed a couple of colors. And there you have it. Once you have that saved once and you've made a template, every time you open up a new chart, if it looks funny, come up here to this templates button at the top. Looks like two charts in a window. Click on that, select your template, and there you have it. Why did that just take that off? My ask line disappeared for some unknown reason. Cool. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. And that's that. That's how you get that back to normal. Once you have the pairs that you want to trade in pulled up, you can right click on this and you can hit hide all, and it'll hide every one of the currencies except what you have pulled up across the bottom here. Easy peasy. If you guys don't like having all these things open, you like just having the chart open, these three buttons up here are going to be your friend. Market Watch is the one with the red and green arrow. The yellow folder with the star in front of it is your accounts or your navigator. And then your terminal is the very far right one. So if you ever lose one of those, it disappears on you, just click one of those buttons, it'll come back. Yeah, you can also right click on the chart and go here to template, and your new one's there. Yep. Okay. How do you add a currency pair to the bottom? Great question. Let me get my other currencies out here. So if you're going to add another one to the bottom down here, find it in the list, right click on it, and chart window. See, there's one that doesn't look right. So then I just come up here and hit basic. All better. This is being recorded. Where do you right click to get hide all? Anywhere in this window. Anywhere in that Market Watch window. Let me just go hide all. And that brings it back down to what I have open. I want to close something from this list. Hit the little X below close the program. There's that little X right there. Go ahead and just hit that. It'll go away. So if I go chart this again, it's going to be normal, or no, it's not. Hey, get it defaulted back. Right click on this. Template right there. Click on basic. All right. Navigator goes clear across the screen. How do I get it just on the left side? If your navigator is in a weird place, or if it's like all the way over here somewhere, if they're sharing the same space, just grab the middle between them. You can slide this all over the place. I just tuck mine over to the left so I can just see the numbers because I know which one's which, and I can switch between them very easily. And you can actually tear these windows off and move them around. Like if I wanted my navigator somewhere else, I could pull it completely away, pull it back down, stick it in here, and it always goes to this side for some reason, so then I got to drag it all the way over here again. There we go. Can I explain the bid and ask lines? Absolutely. The difference between the bid and ask lines. Well, they're the same as these two buttons. If you're going to sell the trade, it's going to enter off of the bid line. If you're going to buy a trade, it's going to enter off of the ask line. The difference between them is what we call the spread. Whichever side you enter on, the opposite side has to close the trade. So if you take a buy, you enter here, this line has to cross your take profit or touch your stop loss, and vice versa. How do you know what account you're in? Look up here in the top left corner. That's what account you have pulled up. If you guys have a graph at the bottom here, let's say that one of your charts looks like this. It's got these extra things at the bottom here. And you can't get rid of these. Let's say this was the default, and you go in and you try and change all the colors, and you go put it to default. It's still going to have these here until you physically remove them. So if you do have these, or you have a moving average you want to get rid of on here, right click on that chart and go to the indicators list. Here's your indicators that are in here. Select one, delete it. And just go through and get rid of them. Then hit close, and it's back to normal. Then you can put your default on it, and it'll look normal again. When it comes to this, one of the questions is, hang on, let me get back to where I can see it. Oh, of course, now it's not gonna. There we go. So now I can see the spreads. Oh, hold on, Scott. I'll get there. Why is it the opposite for when you lose? It's always first in, first out for the broker's spread. That's part of the way the broker gets money out of this. It's also the liquidity in the market. So it has to be first in, first out. That's why the spread comes out first when we hit the take profit. Or sorry, when it, nah. That's why it comes out last with the take profit and comes out first with the stop loss, because they have to get their money first. So if you guys have lost your windows again, somebody said they lost their terminal, come up and find this button right here. Should be at the top left. Little white square with a blue bar down the left. Click on that, your terminal will come back. And just real quick, remember, there's the basics right there. There's the templates right there. This will show you all of the currencies you have pulled up if you want to see them all in window mode. Zoom in, zoom out. I'm not even going to go over that one. I have options up here. You guys probably don't. Yeah, there's a lot of buttons up here, but not a lot of them get used very often. Yeah, and remember, guys, the spread here and the commission are different. The spread is what's there to allow the broker liquidity in the market to get trades in and out. The commission is what the broker charges you for just pulling the trigger. Yeah, I mean, you could. If you wanted to get rid of those lines, you could, but there's not really a reason for it. You wouldn't know if you wouldn't know if your trade was going to close or something like that. Oh, you mean this? You mean get rid of these? I wish. No, I wish you could get rid of these two in this column. You can't though. No, no, they're stuck there. Okay, so if you guys are opening, if every time you open CoinEx, you're having to redo this every time you open your platform. Once you've gone into properties and done all of this, and Martha, if you don't have an ask line, go to the common side of this, then hit show ask line. If you're still having to do this every single time that you come in here, every time you open it, it has to be redone. Come down to the status bar here at the bottom. That's the very, very bottom tab here where you can see if you're connected or not. Click on default or whatever is pulled up here. Save what you just did when you redo all of this. Just save it as and call it default, or save it over the top of default, so that when you pull this up, if it's not on default when you open this, it's on one of these other ones, you can just select default and it'll look right like you're supposed to. Arranging windows when you have them like this is all based on where you have them in the list down here. No, Jared, you have not missed the teaching portion. We just went through how to do some ins and outs of CoinEx and or MetaTrader 4. So now I'm going to get rid of this. Come back over here. I think there is a way, but it's kind of in depth. The bid line should be there already. The ask line is always there. If your bid line's missing, that means your grid is changed to like something dark, or it's something like black so you can't see it. Yeah, if you can't see your bid line, then what you've done is you've changed the grid color right here to something it shouldn't be. That needs to be the right color. Jeff, if your audio is fading in and out, it seems to be on your end. So log out, log back in. Okay, so enough about that. Now we're gonna go get the what you guys have all been dying for here. So the caveman. How can we improve upon the caveman? We've had some. Yeah, it does. It's because everybody's bailing out of their trade, so it takes off on a run. If you ever notice, the end of Friday takes off a little bit, it moves around a lot. That's because everybody's just taking their profits out for the weekend, going into the weekend. So we've had a bit of back and forth on the caveman lately. We got some really good signals that just completely flopped on us. So how can we improve upon it? When we have a lot of volatility, we need something else to be able to see if this is about to hit a roadblock. Well, we can combine it together. Now, if you guys went through and saved all of this the way I showed you back a couple of weeks, and you saved it into a study, it's up here under analysis. Somebody was asking, and I can't remember where it is now because it's back a bajillion questions. Yeah, I can't find that question there. They were having trouble getting this chart onto a clean pressure chart. If you followed through like the video said and saved it as a study, select your clean pressure chart and then change it to this one. If you mean you're having trouble getting all of the indicators into the same space, you missed a step. You missed the part where you got to move everything up to region 1. Numbers for thick and thin orange. We went through this last time. I had everybody take a vote. I'll just show you. Oh, wrong button. No, go away. No, the video for how I set this up is not archived. I'm working on getting it posted up again just for the rebuild part. All right, so there's thin orange, there's thick orange. ID 7, ID 11. All right, so what we've done here, or what I've done here for the cave mammoth, and you're welcome, whoever laughed at that one. I think it was Scott. You did, yep. I thought it was funny. You take a caveman chart, and you can do this straight off of your actual caveman chart if you want. I just nixed one chart and then I linked the currencies back together. You can start from anywhere you want with this. All we need is 4 charts that are linked together. We're going to do a 1 day or a 24-hour on the left here. 720, 480, and 240. The 3 right charts are going to be the mammoth setup. Just select each one of them, go up to analysis, and choose that clean pressure test or whatever you named it. Now, let's back up in time here. So, we have a caveman entry right here. But let's back this up just a smidge. Let's see here. Yep, okay. So right there we actually get one. Not on this chart. This is where it gets a little tricky. You're gonna have to look across all 3 of these and see what happens where. Because you're looking at different potential places where you can change, you can get into this trade in a couple of different places. This one, you're only gonna have 2 opportunities a day. One is when it syncs up with the 1 day. The second one's gonna be at 3 o'clock in the morning Mountain Time. This is a 12-hour chart. This one divides that in half. This one divides that in half. So we have options to take in or to get into this trade a little bit different. It does matter if you type in 1 day or 24 hour. This needs to be 24 hour. If you type in 1 day, it's going to give you a daily, and that's historical. We don't want that. Sarah, I cannot go through that process. It will take me all of what is left of this to build this chart for you guys again. I am working on getting that video reposted. If you cannot get this chart built, ask your coach to help you. If you've already gone through coaching, I can give you my email and you can reach out that way. So back to what I was saying here. We have a caveman setting up. At the post of this candle, we would take it. Yeah, you can also type in the minutes to get it one day. If you wanted to type in 1440, that is true. All right, so this would be a trade we would take at the post of the day. This is an entry we could have taken as a reinforcement. This posted at the same time. This is the first candle. It's actually offset slightly. Sorry, guys. This is the first candle of the day right here. Vertical line. This is the first candle to post of this day. So if you don't take it at the post here because you're worried that it might flip over on you, well, as soon as this candle posts its first candle of the day, you can actually take this based off of both of these. And you can use the ATR just like we have been. You could even go up a level with ATR. I'm setting it as this stop, by the way. 72.72. Let me just hide everything else so we don't have to worry about it. That's how I'd run this trade right here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Just like that. Now, if I back this up just a half a step, this one also gives us an entry. Unfortunately, this is like 3 a.m. when this posts. Halfway, it's like halfway through this chart. So if you're up at 3 a.m., you can take it here. Let's step through this. And you're right. I'm sorry. I misspoke when I said this happens half of this. This is an 8 hour, so it's not quite half. Yeah, my bad. You're right, James. The reason I would take this is because we have a caveman set up. Thin orange is up. Majors agree with it. We would take it at the post. This just gives us other opportunities to get in. Why take it in these opportunities instead of waiting for the full day post here? We've been trying different entries for this. We've been trying late entries. We've been trying early morning entries just to see how far we can carry this trade out. We've had a lot of success all over the board. We just need something to help target those times a little better. This one happens quite often. I mean, watch this. This dips back. We won our trades before this dipped, by the way, which is really nice. Then this dips back and gives us a reset. We have no caveman set up here. Watch this though. Well, here's our entry right here. We've got half the caveman. It's not quite there yet. What happens if we take a trade off of this? Now, when it's starting to push like this high, you don't have to go that. You can set that as the big stop loss and go for half. Do the one-to-one with the half. So something like this. I'd go 49.49 on here to be conservative. What am I looking at for the entry here? Thick orange crosses over, thin orange agrees with it, and it's not against the pressure. It's not with the pressure either at this point. It's flat, but it's not against it, so we're fine. That one actually didn't work. This is part of testing. Doesn't always work out. That's a flat pressure. Maybe that's the reason, because look what happens here. Now we're setting up into a day. We're setting up into our caveman again. Well, that just happened to be all at the same time. Here's a 62. I'll just pull it to this one. We'll use the big stops. Look at this one and this one. I actually should just change this to, yeah, I'll just do that instead of having all these extra levels. How about this one? 129. Yeah, we're just testing. Let's try it out. All right, so now we've got this as a backup, and then we've got both of these charts giving us a signal. I wouldn't say take every one of these. I'm just doing this so you guys can see that this does produce something. That trade would have cleared right there if you had taken them both at the same time. Oh, here's another entry right here. Getting ahead of myself. 134. Oh, this one makes me laugh. Okay, so this just dipped back through. All this is doing is giving us a reset. Look at how strong everything is over here still. This is just going to reset and come back up again. Here it comes. There's a reset. Does not meet the criteria for a new trade. Almost got a reset here. We're about to get another one here. Oh, that just missed the reset. There's a reset that we could take. We're still in this trade and this trade, by the way. I'm showing you guys a true swing trade. We're days into this thing. This turns this into a very interesting set of circumstances. There's another win. There's another win. And hang on, let me step forward some more. I think we got another reset. Yeah, we got another reset here. Oh, that one won finally. Let's see if our final trade's going to take it or if it's going to dip on us. That might dip. Oh, come on. Nope, there it is. It finally dipped. All right. So what does that amount to here? Anybody got a calculator out? So there's a win. So we got one loss. One loss right here. Hold on. Let me mark. It's the one I wanted. So there's our loss. Everything else is green. So we lost 71. There's a win of 64, a win of 128, a win of 72, a win of, see, I've got so many charts. Hang on, let's just start from one here. Okay, so there's 2 wins right there. There's 2 wins right there and 1 loss. So we're 4 out of 5. Not bad. And then we got 2 more wins right here. 6 out of 7. 193 pips. Scott did the math for us. I think we got more than that there, Scott, because we hadn't got these pulled up yet, because that's more than 193 pips right there. Way more. This is something that isn't just a once in a while thing that you can find here. If you're controlling your lot sizes, you can trade every single one of these. I think at one point in time we had 2 trades running simultaneously, maybe a third. So it's, and no, these are 1-to-1 ratios on every single one of them. No, I'm capturing a 1-to-1. Every one of these trades is set up 1-to-1. So even if you do take a loss, it's not like it's erasing all these other trades. Yeah, this thing, if you're controlling your lot sizes on this, even if you're only using a 0.01 lot size on this, guys, you just knocked out a ton of pips. If you repeat that over and over and over and over again, that lot size is going to come up naturally as the account grows. I'm 99% sure if you can repeat what I just did here consistently, just like any other trade, even if you're only doing this at a 0.01 on any of the pairs that you want to try this on. Again, I'm not going to give you something that you can only use one place. Try it out. I've tried this on the pound US, the euro US, and the euro yen so far. I don't have favorite pairs yet for this. Those are just the ones that I've tested it out and back testing with a few students so far. I have not tried this one live yet, guys. This is a long running thing. Like none of that took a short amount of time at all. We go back to where we first actually saw something happen here. That's right here, the second. The very last trade that we took here was all the way up at the 10th. That's 10 days of trading. What was the loss? Oh, good catch. I'm sorry. We're at 100%. My bad. I didn't notice that did that. So we didn't miss anything. Darlene comes in for the save on that one and says, hey, we didn't miss that one, guys. So we actually did win every one of these trades. Yeah, it's the thick orange crosses the pressure line in agreement with the direction overall, and it has to agree with the thin orange. Let me give you guys the rules again, because guess what? If you guys were looking at the spread or the document that I share, those of you that already have this, if you come down here to the bottom, there's the Mammoth trade rules. Bob, this trade's going to make you a ton of jingle bells just in time for the holidays. You'll get your jingle bells. All right, here's the link again, guys. I'll share this with you if you guys didn't have it. It's going to be in the chat. Just look at your messages, like where you would go to type to me, ask a question. You're going to see from me to the entire audience with a link. Go ahead and just grab that, and do not request access to it. Just save a copy of it if you want to make edits to it. Otherwise, just you can view it. No, unfortunately, JD, there's not. When you change computers, you have to either rebuild it or, well, no, there is a way. And let me show you guys this real quick. Okay, if you want your charts, you've gone through all of this effort to build these, and you want to keep these if you move computers, you need to go into your file explorer and you need to go to this PC, local disk, it's usually the C drive. Find your green charts. There it is right there. Open that up, find your data folder, open that up, and here you go. Come over to the file type up here at the top and sort this. Everything that has a CHT file next to it, you need to grab it and bring it with you. Some of them will be duplicates, so if you know which charts you built, just go through and select those, because there's a lot of stuff in here that's default that I wouldn't bring with. After you get your chart files, there's one last file that you have to grab. And it's usually all the way down here at the bottom. It's in the study collection file. Grab your mammoth indicator, clean pressure test, or whatever you've named that. Grab all of those, move them into a new folder on your desktop, or email them to yourself, put them on a thumb drive, however you can move them from one computer to the next. That's what you need to do. That's the only way to move your charts with you from computer to computer, unfortunately. If we had everybody trying to upload their charts to the server so that we could pull them from the server every time we switch computers, we would never be able to open green charts. There's just so many of you guys and so many different charts out there that people have created. Every time somebody created a new chart, it would go on there and it just jammed the whole thing up. So, all right, we got through it. Hopefully I didn't just throw you guys into a tailspin of I have no idea what the crap is going on. If this just went way over your heads, guys, don't worry. I have other webinars that you can come to and talk to me about this. You've got Tuesdays and Wednesdays MIT. I'm not giving those up yet. And it's not looking like I'm going to end up actually having to. So hopefully you guys can attend those and we'll talk about these even further. Like I said, I'm working on getting this study right here. I'm going to either get it uploaded onto the server for you guys so you can just grab it out of your analysis like everything else, or we're going to get the video showing you guys how to go through that again, reposted so that you can actually get those charts built. It'll always say 1 day on your 24-hour chart, no matter what you type. The only time that it shows something different is if it's historical and it'll say daily. It won't say the minutes. You have to, once you type it, it'll always say 1 day. If it says 1 day, you're good. It is not okay if it says daily. How would I trade it if I happen to be up at 3 a.m.? I'd be looking for this chart for the entry. Look for your 720, Chris. Check that one for the 3 a.m. post. Especially if you're going to look at like pound yen or pound US, 3 a.m. That's a fun time to trade this pair. So that would be a time to definitely check the 720 against the 1 day and see if they both line up. Because if they do, it's a no-brainer. All right, guys. I'm glad that I got to help you walk through CoinEx and some green charts again. We had a double-sided one. All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you guys next week on Tuesday, if not sooner. You guys are awesome. Keep up the great work, and we'll keep plugging away at it. Take it easy, guys.